It's about 6 7 a.m. The sun is still not out. I am heading to my father's garden. This is a place where I have grown to love it since I was a child. I have made childhood memories here, and I'm glad I get to show you where I was raised from. I had asked Dad if he will allow me to take some trees from his garden, and he said yes. So this is what I'm showing you, the process of me harvesting them until packaging. This is funny, but I didn't have a name for these trees, but I checked them up in Google and they are actually called mast trees. That is MAST, but they are also known as Monon longifolium or false ashoka. So they have plenty of names. Again, they have of different variety. So what we have here is one of the varieties that are present in the world. And I think this is my favorite because it grows straight up into the sky. Now these trees are very expensive, but we are lucky because we have seedlings for free from my father's garden. I am going to show you what is left after harvesting in this garden as I take you through the process of harvesting the mast seedlings. I'm actually scouting where I can spot these seedlings. We are not going to harvest the taller trees. This one is an umbrella tree. And we also have a pawpaw. Now these long, taller trees are having deeper roots, so we won't harvest those. We are going to look for the smaller ones, the very smaller ones. Those are the best when you want to transplant or when you want to make your own garden. My dad had previously planted maize here, and as you can see, they had just harvested the maize. Now it is after harvest and it's a bit dry. So what we'll be doing is we will be watering the seedlings so that the soil can be at least softer when we uproot and there will be no breakage of the roots. You might be wondering who actually throws these seedlings in a garden full of vegetables, maybe maize at that time. Now, what happens is when these trees mature, they produce seeds. And once the seeds are ripe, birds like bats usually eat them and then they drop the seedlings in places where they sleep. As a result, now we have seedlings everywhere in the garden. I have now finally come across a bigger patch of seedlings and I'm trying to clear it before I water. I also should be careful because under those leaves sometimes there are centipedes, very dangerous insects. So I should be careful when lifting up some of those rocks or debris for my own safety. Now, maybe you'll ask me why I decided to take these trees. Like I said, people love them and they are loved because of their aesthetics values that they bring in a garden. And let me show you the mother mast tree that we have here at our home. Let me show you. Now, the tallest one is the mother mast tree, and it's the one that produced all the other trees that you're seeing. The tall, straight mast trees that you're seeing, they came from that giant mast tree. That is the beauty of just one seed. Now, I already told you we have this is a male version of a pawpaw tree because it does not produce fruits. I will just show you the other type of pawpaw which produces fruits. There it is. We have a female and a male. That is what we call them here back home. So if you see your pawpaw producing flowers, know that it's a male and it will never produce fruits or pawpaw fruits. So that is the view of my father's garden. Those are maize plantation. I go to the shamba without boots, so that is me. We have plenty of pawpaws. I remember while we were still young, like 30 years ago, while I was still young, my father used to make us pawpaw juice. Like you cut pawpaw in a bowl or in a cup, and then you kind of blend it with a spoon. We didn't have blenders back then, but we would blend it with a spoon, and then my dad will add some sugar in it, and we would enjoy it. So I ate a lot of those until now. If you give me a pawpaw, I'll just tell you thank you because it's so much in my system. I don't know if these trees are of benefit, but I'm seeing them so many in this garden. I'm wondering maybe they have benefits, or maybe if you know they have some benefits, you can comment down there. Now this is chin saga or saga. It's a delicacy there at our motherland, Kisi. And this one is nightshade, black nightshade or something like that. There are some weeds that look exactly like this nightshade. You can differentiate with the seedlings. When it comes to vegetables, I give my mom a trophy because she knows how to take care of vegetables, especially the local kind of vegetables. This always sticks in our clothes when we go to the shamba. If you want to know if somebody has gone to the shamba, this blackjack, we call it heavy moga mogi in Kisi. We have a tomato plant that is mchicha, another blackjack. Yeah. These are all leftovers after harvest. This one is also a vegetable. I don't know. They call it talakushe, if I'm not wrong. Talakushe. And it's also a vegetable. I've never eaten it. I've never tried it. But it's edible. Do you see how an insect has destroyed this plant? This one is a GMO kinda nightshade. It's a GMO kinda nightshade. So you can see the difference. This one is not eaten. The other one was eaten and it has become like a net. So those are some of the vegetables that we have here. But I'll tell you, when this garden is cleared and then there is adequate rain, these vegetables will flourish. You see a tomato plant, these vegetables flourish, and we have plenty of vegetables. We always come to pick these vegetables and go to eat in our own homes because here there's plenty of food, vegetables. This is chicha. We used to play with these things when we were little, and we would say this is rice that we are going to cook. And we never knew that we were dispersing seeds as we play. That was the beauty of it all. We transplant seeds without us knowing. Now these are my tools that I'll be using to uproot these seedlings. And as you can see, I'm trying to water the trees before uprooting. I'll let you to continue watching, and I hope you enjoy. A little bit of history about the mast seed is that they are a native to India and Sri Lanka, and they grow tall, very tall, like 30 to 45 feet tall, and their width can be around 4 to 5 feet. They do well in full sun, well drained soil, and they are used as windbreaker. They can be used as a privacy screen, like for privacy. And then they are loved because of their low maintenance. Once they have already grown, they are past the germination stage and they have been transplanted. Once they grow, you are not supposed to water them anymore. They can grow with rain, seasonal rain, and that's it. Now I'm done with watering. I'll leave them to soak for about 30 to 50 minutes, and then I'll come back to harvest. You might be curious on what animals were making noise in the previous videos. I'm taking you there. These are the seeds that the birds disperse everywhere, and they fall any place. Now if they get adequate warm water and shade, they grow They just grow on their own, especially during rainy seasons. And this is the only scented tree that we have here at home. You see this flower? It smells so beautifully. And this tree, when it flowers, you just smell the amazing scent when you walk under it. It's amazing. When my husband and I get a piece of land, I'll definitely look for one scented tree or as many as possible to just plant in our home. This is the other side of the garden, and this is where we throw our litter. There's a patch where my dad burns charcoal. I'll show you. There's where my dad burns charcoal sometimes. And I'm pretty sure these are potato leaves. The English potato leaves. Is it English or Irish? Whichever, but hizi waru. Hizi ni majani yake, I'm pretty sure. This one is cherry tomato. See? It's a cherry tomato. Like there are plenty of plants. Okay, this is the area where charcoal is burned. As you can see, there was charcoal collected already. You can see the darker kind of sand and particles that have been left behind. And then to those that were making noisemakers of the garden. These are security. Yeah, you see that batamzinga, that is batamzinga, that one. They are ducks, and then these three musketeers. They're the ones making a lot of noise, especially the one far at the far corner. That one makes a lot of noise. But they are security. When something bad has happened or there's somebody trespassing, they make noise and they alert the owner. So that is the good thing about these birds. And my father cherishes them a lot. And we also have some chicken, a kienyeji chicken, these ones. And this guy is very happy because he has girlfriends and he has no competition. He's exercising polygamy. Anyway, so let's see the patch where there's maize, and then we see what next. More cherry tomatoes. This one is a younger version of the nightshade that we saw. Those are crows. Now you can see the mast tree, very tall, taller than the rest. That is the mother mast tree. So here is the maize. Yeah, as you can see, I can spot lots of vegetables in between these maize. There are a lot of them. And then there is I don't know, millet or something. They've covered it so that the birds will not eat the seeds. Is this millet or what is it? Or sorghum? I don't know the difference. Maybe I Google, but that's it. Now we are back, and after some time the soil is now a bit loose. We can uproot our mast seedlings. As you have seen, it's not actually that hard harvesting the mast seedlings. It's not that hard. Anybody can do it. It only requires patience and a bit of strength for you to have these seedlings. So what it requires for you to travel with such kind of seedlings, you have to ensure that the trees come out with roots that are enough to keep them alive. You also make sure that you collect soil that has come out of that tree. You add a bit of water to the plants and you package it in a nylon so that it encloses the wetness and ensures that there's no dripping of water in the place that you will be keeping your trees. Now we are going back to the house now because we are done with our mission. What remains is packaging. I'll show you how I package them and then it will be safe now for traveling. This is a chili plant. It's an old chili plant, but it's still there. Come with me so that you can pack. That is me packing. My mom stores bread packaging and they always help us when we want to travel with food or with things that are supposed to be packaged inside a nylon. Like in this case, I will package this so that it does not wet my other stuffs. I'll package it in a paper bag and then in a nylon, the one that is used for bread. And ensure that you do not put things above the seedlings. In that case, you won't be breaking the stems. These things are delicate and they need to reach where they're supposed to reach without any spoilage. I also packed a few mast seeds for me to germinate. I'm going to try to germinate the mast seeds and see if they will germinate or I will be using the seedlings only. So that is me putting soil on the roots so that they do not dry up, and I will also add some water, some sprays of water to make my plants wet. That is the final product, guys. Now, let's talk about ginger cats. I'm not sure why they are everywhere I am. Back in Kilifi, they're there. Here at Mariakani, you see a ginger cat. These ones are wild. They're not ours, but they are in their homestead. I don't know if you understand. They are from the neighboring places. It's not ours, but it has just come to say hi. Now, my parents told me there's a pumpkin patch, and who am I? I went to harvest the vegetables, pumpkin vegetables, and then I came across plantation that my father had done previously, and now it's grown. This is the pumpkin patch, and it is doing very well. It's doing very well. So what I'm doing, I'm plucking the very small leaves, not even small but tender leaves, those that are near the end of of the the leaves. I'm plucking them. We do eat them as vegetables and they are very delicious. Huh? Amekwambia ukuje. Hii ni nini imepandwa hapa? Sunflower. Nimeguess right. Basi imeanza kutoa watoto. Kule barabarani relini. Oh. Nasema hii pumpkin. Imeanza kutoa watoto. Flowers. Ati nimeteleport. Eti kwani nimeteleport? Si nilikuwa nikichukua mlango ulikuwa pale nyumbani. Wewe labda ndio umetembea polepole. That is Mary. She didn't even know I was recording. She's our little sister at home. She's the one taking care of mom and dad right now. So God bless her abundantly. Zenyewe hata si nyingi. Na siku basi walitumia hii trap wakashika mnyama mwingine anatisha. Wameshawaishika sasa. That is a trap. It's used to catch big rats, those that are destroying plants in the garden. Zitatosha hizi. Sibeti pia yafaa. Chukua. My guess was right. This is a sunflower plantation. I hope I'll be here when it starts flowering because it will be very beautiful. I know it. It will be very beautiful. So until next time,
Umesikia? Umesikia
I hope
akiniambia
you
hivyo?
continue watching my YouTube channel.
Alisema mzigo
Thank
ni
you.
mzito.